61 days out. Today is a rest day with cardio. I've now got my updated plan for the week. We're at about 2,160 calories, not that I'm counting really closely. For roughly a 40-40-20 split for the macro breakdown. It's about 40% protein, 40% carbs, 20% fat. So for me, that's a little bit over 50 grams of fat, a little bit over 200 carbs and protein. And cardio is now 4 sessions, 45 minutes a week, 4 sessions of 45 minutes at moderate intensity. So kind of hard to talk, which is where I'm struggling now. One quick thing I was thinking about and reflecting on was the interesting macro proportions of the meals that I get from Jeff, from Coach. And this is something I screwed up in my first kind of unsupervised DIY cut that I did last year. I just looked at the day and I didn't look at the meal break. The macronutrients, proteins, carbs, fats per meal. This has made a huge difference for me so far, at least I think it has. I've noticed a big difference. Meaning, last year or in the past, I would look at my macros for the day. I would aim for 40-40-20 or 40-30-30 or something like that. Actually, my fats were way too low, but whatever. But if I had a given meal, I might eat, 8 ounces of a lean protein and maybe a little bit of vegetables. But I didn't have any rice ready or a potato or anything. I might just skip it and make up for it later in the day. This isn't the end of the world, of course, but when you're in a calorie deficit like I am now, I notice, well, first of all, I'm not doing that anymore. I'm hitting the macros per meal every time. A slight variation, within a couple of grams, but just nailing it. So as a result, I'm noticing this is working well for me just in terms of how I feel. Energy levels, hunger, satiety. Meaning, in the past, I often felt quite hungry during the day. I tend to feel really hungry in the morning, and then maybe less hungry in the afternoon, and then hungry again in the evening. But really just, super hungry in the morning. And go figure, I wasn't eating much pre-workout. I get up early, hit the gym right away. So I'm usually at the gym around 5:15. And then I would come back having not eaten anything or having eaten very little and be very hungry and feel really hungry until like 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning. Now I'm eating 35 grams of protein, updated macros are 50 grams of carbs and 8 grams of fat pre-workout, which is a sizable meal for me. So it's like getting up, boom, eating something, then post-workout shake, and then an hour after that, another 35, 50, and 8. So it really just neutralized that morning hunger. And so for me, this hasn't been I shouldn't say it hasn't been hard. It's not hard regardless, it's just this, I haven't felt those hunger pains yet. Now, of course, they will come. There's no getting around low calories necessary as the weeks go on. We're still, 8.5 weeks out. But for me, I didn't previously think that macronutrients per meal were a big deal. I just thought about the day and the week, making sure that I was on track for those types of things. And now I'm a convert, at least for cutting. Hey, I'm gonna hit the macronutrients per meal that the coach recommends, of course. And then if I'm, more broadly, recognize that for my type, for my movement, my daily pattern, whatever you want to call it, really hammering those carbohydrates around the workout first thing in the morning, before, after, makes this doable. Anyway, I'll show some meal prep after this. Have a good one. 61 days out, real quick, this is meal B, so second to last meal of the day. For me, that's chicken thighs, white rice, a little bit of spinach, 35 grams of protein, 35 grams of carbs, 11 grams of fat. For Lydia, it is a Go-Gurt squeeze yogurts with a Z, because the Z makes all the difference. Isn't that right, John? Time to go. 6 p.m., last meal of the night. She's down in the garage playroom. Yeah. Yuck. What are you eating tonight for dinner, Liam? What are you eating tonight for dinner?
A pirate.
You eating a pirate?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. We got some mac and cheese, some bacon, and then Lydia, please not with your hands, darling. Please use a spoon. 100 or so grams, 115 grams chicken breast, 6 ounces of sweet potato, a little cup of spinach, and a tablespoon of olive oil. So we're at a little bit of extra room for olive oil for fat in this meal. The grilled chicken is less fat than the chicken thighs or the ground turkey I've had in the previous meals. But this just came off the grill. Delicious.